Breaking news. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has cleared a major regulatory milestone for blockchain in traditional finance. The SEC has issued a no action letter to the DTCC's Depository Trust Company, allowing it to pilot a service for tokenizing stocks, bonds, and treasuries. This 3-year pilot marks a significant step, guys, towards bridging Wall Street and blockchain technology. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is straight to the facts coverage. No hype, just what's happening in regulatory and financial innovation. Today, we're covering the DTCC Tokenization pilot approved by the SEC and what it means for the market. Okay, so what happened? In December 2025, the SEC issued a no action letter to DTC. This gives DTC permission to create and retire blockchain-based tokens, representing assets already held in traditional custody. Allow broker-dealers to hold customer assets in tokenized form. Maintain compliance with SEC's customer protection rule. So in short, what does it mean in real-world terms? This pilot allows regulated tokenization of traditional securities safely and legally. Guys, this is the beginning framework for tokenized real-world assets. It moves slow, but it's happening. And this is the signal that we keep talking about. Look for the signal, not the noise. This is signal. This is real, and it's happening, albeit slow. The narratives we're following and what we think is going to play out is happening. So what will this pilot use? It's going to use DTCC's Digital Securities Management Platform, the DSM, Canton Network blockchain, a privately enabled permission system. Initial focus will be a subset of U.S. Treasury securities, with plans to expand to other DTC eligible assets based on demand. So this will ensure the pilot stays within existing regulatory guardrails while testing blockchain efficiently. Guys, okay, that was the nuts and bolts of the story right there. But what are they saying? This is real. Let's test it out on some stuff. Let's see how this real world asset tokenization goes. The government and these massive financial institutions aren't going to go all in, boom, immediately and just say like, oh, let's hope shit don't break. No, they take a small sliver, which is big in our terms, but a small sliver, and pilot it out and see how it works. So what are we doing? Here's the timeline. The minimum viable product, the MVP, is going to be the first half of 2026. And that's how slow it moves. A very tiny minimum viable product, we're talking half a year in 26. With a full service rollout, possibly second half of 26. The pilot duration is going to be 3 years. The goal is going to be measured, compliant introduction of tokenized assets into traditional markets. The big boys, the regulation of real world assets is coming. Now, what could this bring? Several advantages. Increased collateral mobility, new trading modalities, 24/7 access, guys, to these tokenized securities, programmable assets while remaining compliant with SEC rules. This represents a major efficiency upgrade for how securities are settled and moved. It's going to be fast. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be low friction. So while it's still the early days, right, it's very early. This approval signals blockchain is entering the mainstream finance under strict regulatory oversight. And that's how we're going to get in. It needs to be strict and it needs to be regulated, which is a good thing. Large institutions could adopt tokenized assets without legal uncertainty. The U.S. will continue to lead in regulated digital asset innovation. Guys, the pilot doesn't disrupt markets immediately, but will lay the groundwork for future integration. And if it works, that integration is going to be fast and disruptive. So, final thoughts on this. And this is a big one. It's boring, but boring is what makes money. The SEC's approval of the DTCC pilot is a cautious but historic step. It shows that blockchain tech can coexist with regulatory frameworks, creating potential for faster, more transparent markets. Investors, regulators, and financial institutions will be watching the 2026 rollout closely. So if you found this coverage useful, guys, hit like. Make sure you subscribe for more breaking news in crypto and financial innovation. Do you think tokenized securities will revolutionize trading? Or is it just a small pilot with limited impact? Let me know below. We'll see you in the next one.